So we're going to go over the homework on tomorrow, so that I can just answer any questions that you have about it. But so what I want everyone to have out right now, and you can pause the video after I say this, you need to have out your notes pack, you need to have out a calculator, you need to have out your colored pencils, and if you have a highlighter, take that out too. Okay? So if you need to pause the video, pause it while everyone gets that out. All right? Okay. So open up your ESRTs to page 3, and don't write anything down until I tell you to, okay? Because if you write stuff down, you're going to mark up your ESRT in a way that it should not be marked up yet, okay? So don't write anything down until I tell you to, just pay attention. All right, so if I were to find our location on this map of the United States, I'm on page 19, okay? I would say that we're right there where that red pen and that highlight is, okay? So if I were to use my estimating skills, I would say we are at we're at 42 degrees north of the equator because the equator's down here. So we're north of the equator, okay? And then if I were to use my estimating skills, I would say that we are at a little bit shy of half. So 74 degrees west of the prime meridian because we know the prime meridian's over there in Europe, and we are west of the prime meridian. All right, and on this scale map, that's fine to the whole degree. However, if I were to take this data, so 42 north and 74 west, if I were to take this data to page 3 of the ESRT, and I were to find out what area that covered, okay, don't write anything down. Again, don't write anything down, just watch, okay, not yet, okay. Here's 42. And here's 43. So this is 42 degrees north. Okay, from there to there is 42 degrees north. And here's 74, and here's 75. So that is 74 degrees west. So if I were to say what is 4274, well, it goes from there to there, right? 42 to 43 at 74, and it goes 42 to 43 at 75. So from there to there, right? And then I would close it in, right? So this, my friends, let's zoom in a little, okay? This is 42 degrees north from there to there, right? And this is 74 degrees west from there to there. So if I were to tell you, oh, please find me. I have a broken leg. I'm in the middle of the woods. Please find me. And I gave you those coordinates, that would be your search area. And me, well, I don't think I'm getting found. So how do we break up each degree into smaller chunks so that people can be more accurate when they're on a smaller map or when they need to be precise or when they're using their car's GPS? What can we do? Well, we can take degrees, which form a circle. Here's an example. Here's a circle, right? Okay. We have hours, and this clock is circular. How many degrees are in a circle? You guessed it, 360, right? Now, when we break degrees into, when we break hours, one complete circle around here is an hour. What do we break an hour into? Each hour is broken into 60 minutes, right? 60 minutes. And then if we take each minute, we break that minute into smaller chunks called seconds. That's how it works in geometry. When you take a circle and break it into smaller parts, you don't break it into 100 parts, you break it into 60 parts. So in mapping, we take 1 degree and break it into 60 smaller chunks called minutes. And then we take 1 minute, that 1 minute right here, and break it into smaller chunks called 60 seconds. Okay? That's how we pinpoint locations. That's how GPS actually works. So, in your notes packs now, everyone turn to page 15. You can pause the video if everyone needs a little moment to go to page 15. And you need your calculator. You need your calculator. All right? We're going to find out what happens to the length of a degree when we break it into smaller chunks called minutes, and then take those minutes and break them into smaller chunks called seconds. All right, and we're going to work in kilometers. All right, so what are degrees, minutes, and seconds of latitude and longitude? There's 360 degrees in a circle, which gives us a total of 360 degrees of latitude. There's 180 degrees both east and west of the prime meridian. 2 times 180 is 360. So we can break latitude and longitude into smaller chunks called minutes and seconds. Since there are only 360 degrees that circle the Earth, each degree of latitude is equal to how many kilometers? Well, before we find this out, first we need to know the circumference of the Earth. We need to know the circumference because we need to break that circumference into 360 chunks. And where we're going to find that is back here on page 3 of our notes pack. Here is the circumference of the Earth at the equator. This is the number that we're going to use, 40,075. Okay, so we're going to take that number, go back to that page. As you know, the circumference of Earth is, we're going to fill in this blank right here, okay, 40,075 kilometers, okay? So we're going to take this value, follow along, everyone should be writing, 40,075. I want you to take that number divided by 360 and round to the hundredth and record it here. Pause it if you need to. Okay, 40,075 divided by 360 equals 111.319. Let's round to the hundredth. That's 111.32. So each degree of latitude is 111 kilometers tall. Whoa. I'm not getting found. I'm not getting found. Let's break that 111 kilometers into smaller chunks. This large value of a degree of latitude does not allow us to pinpoint a location with very much accuracy. So we bust up the 111.32 kilometers, everybody's writing, into 60 smaller parts called minutes. Since 111.32 kilometers divided by 60 is, we are going to calculate that and we're going to round to the hundredth again. Okay, pause if you need to. It comes out to 1.86 kilometers. Okay, this still doesn't accurately pinpoint a location. For example, if it was like a mile and a half wide by a mile and a half high, that's a big search area. I don't know if I'm getting found. So let's take the 1.86 kilometers and bust it up into 60 smaller parts called seconds. Since 1.86 kilometers divided by 60 equals to the 10,000th now, to 4 decimal places. 4 decimal places. You should get 0.0309 kilometers. That doesn't have much meaning. Let's convert it into meters. All right, King Hector died by drinking chocolate milk. We're starting with kilometers. We're going to the base unit meters. We move the decimal point 1, 2, 3 times to the left. So 1, 2, 3 times to the left. 0.0309 kilometers is equal to 30.9 meters. Ooh, so a second is equal to only 30.9 meters. I want you to picture my classroom, Mr. Miller's classroom, and the third science classroom. That's about 30 meters because each classroom is about 10 meters wide. So 30 meters by 30 meters. Are you going to be able to find me with my broken leg now? 3 classrooms wide by 3 classrooms high. I think you'll probably be able to find me now. All right, but what if we we wanted to know exactly where the tree was that we needed to find the box with the money in it? Well, we can then measure seconds into tenths, hundredths, thousands, etc. of a second in order to locate a very precise location on Earth's coordinate system. When you use your GPS in your car, it is very accurate. It will tell you exactly when to turn, unless you're in a spotty service area. So this is why we break degrees into minutes and seconds of latitude and longitude. So let's go into your ESRT, page 3. All right, let's take a look at this. So everybody have a pencil? All right. Let's go to the southern part of New York State. We're pretty much 41 degrees is Long Island here. We go between 41 degrees. Here's 42 degrees. If this is 41 and this is 42, what is this right here, this little tick mark that's halfway? That is 42 degrees, 30 minutes north. Let me go over that. This is 41 degrees, 00 minutes north. And 42 degrees is essentially 41 degrees, 60 minutes north. As you're going from 41 to 42, you go through 60 minutes. Okay, so this is 30 minutes. This is halfway. Here's 42, here's 43. What's this? This is 42 degrees, 30 minutes north. This is 43, this is 44. There's 60 minutes total here. What's halfway? This is 43 degrees, 30 minutes north. This is 44, this is 45. What's halfway between 44 degrees and 45 degrees? You got it. 44 degrees, 30 minutes north. Okay? What I want you to do now is, I want you to do the same thing for longitude. Okay, I'll walk you through the first one. This is 73 degrees west. This is 74 degrees west. This is halfway. There's 60 minutes between of 73. What is this then? What is this? This is 73 degrees, 30 minutes west. I want you to label across here, and I also want you to label, see how they did it here? I want you to label across the bottom too, okay? So I want you to label all of the longitudes across here, and I want you to label all the longitudes across the bottom of the state on this page, all right? And then Mrs. Arell will tell you what I want you to work on in the notes pack. Have a good day, everybody. See you tomorrow.